Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Humanity. Yes, today we are going to look at human beings, the well-being of human beings, the well-being of our domesticated friends or companions like horses, animals that you wish, or what you call animals, and as well as plants, and what do plants provide for the survival and the well-being of human beings. We are going to look at a combination of many things, but all pointing to one thing: health or the well-being of human beings. My people, human beings, we saw that a human being is a creation created by Allah, and that creation, we have categories of, there are two sections of human beings. There are two, what you call a female and a male creation. A female creation is a woman. A male creation is a man. But with that, Allah has explained in great detail what the differences between these two creations, a female creation and a male creation. A female creation is what was created by Allah, and it was tasked to be able to carry a womb. A womb is where a creation, if it was a woman was to become pregnant, conceive and become pregnant, should be able to carry a creation in her body. And those creations sometimes are classified, are known as babies, to give birth to a new baby-born child. Whereas a male creation does not have any mechanisms, any inbuilt application in their bodies to carry a womb, because that application of carrying a womb applies only to women, because that was so and decreed so by the most holy glorified Allah, who created human beings. Human beings are creations, as we saw, a male and a female. A female creation is always very kind of very, I wouldn't say submissive, but very they have a percentage in their articulation of life, or in their articulation of reasoning accountability to life. They have a certain degree, because we are tasked, honored by Allah, to love, to care, as companions to the male creation. So with that, the women know more, if they were given a chance to know more about themselves, that would make this planet somehow balanced to a certain degree. Whereas a male creation, what you call a man, their task is either to hunt for food, as well as defend the female, what he calls a female creation, his wife. You either defend or look for what you provide for your family, what you call a family. Those are the tasks that were given to men, male creations. A female creation looks after the baby, carries the womb, as well as looking after the baby from the very day that the baby is born to up to 13 or 18 years of age when the baby lands, because most of the time, newborn babies of other creations of men, they learn what they learn from most of the time from their mother. If a mother walks to the kitchen, the child will follow the mother into the kitchen. If a mother walks into, walks into the park, the little baby will follow the mother. That applies to chicken as well. A chicken, a female chicken, will kind of lead its young whatever is progeny or these chicks into the field to feed. So with that, I would like to remind men that most of these things that you look at either in your domesticated friend companions or companions like chicken, sheep, dog, horse, these animals in them, this language that you men do not understand how to interpret, how to put on the table and analyze. But that language is very, very clearly and well interpreted and explained to men who have sense, men who have reasoning articulation of a reasoning accountability, either to themselves to be in good health and well-being, to be in good health, as well as the surroundings around them. This is very important for men to understand that at any given time, if you go out of your percentage of degree of articulation and you wanna put your whatever into your own domain of reasoning and accountability of what you call our way of life, because it's only in the human capacity that men say, this is our way of life. Whereas a 5-year little girl in China, a 5-year little girl in England, a 5-year little girl in America or New York, anywhere, she will always look to the mother, and with that, she will have, all they know is like to hold a baby doll. A baby doll is when a toy, we call it a toy, a baby doll. Huh? That's all she knows. Either the one in England, all she knows is a baby toy. I mean, she carries a toy. She carries a toy. That's all she knows. So if you were to go out of your mind and say, our way of life, which in your way of life, some societies have even gone as far as saying, oh, my little girl is, when they reach of a certain age, because in those societies, there are practices which are being kind of put into daily practices. Take, for instance, consuming alcohol. Alcohol is forbidden by a holy divine law. Allah has said, do not put alcohol in your bodies. Alcohol is a very deadly drug substance that can alter all genetic original structures of life as it was meant to be lived by living human beings. That includes, if you have to give birth to children and your body contains a certain amount of alcohol, the illustration of their genetic structure is altered. They may think the children who have mental, what you call mental disorders or cognitive disorders, whereby a child will think, I think I'm a woman. Whereas he has the male part of his whatever, he has what you call a penis, and the child, because of the amount of alcohol in their body system, determines the genetic alteration in those children that they come onto this planet with medical disorders. Very complicated medical disorders, which are medically, no doctor can illustrate, can use any language to be able to explain that properly to human beings. With that, a child will grow at the age of 10, 15. She'll say, he's a man by natural, given whatever, because he has a penis, he has what you call a penis, and whatever, everything that it says that this is a man. But because of the genetic alteration that were originally inherited from the mother who used to consume alcohol, Because when female creations consume alcohol, every unit of alcohol, toxin gunk, goes into the ovaries. And what happens to the ovaries is that there is a natural inbuilt layer of the ovaries on which the egg sits. But once you consume alcohol, that natural layer of natural, whatever you call it, a natural ovary layer that protects and looks after the egg is removed. Instead, it's replaced by the alcohol toxin gunk layer, which if an egg goes into the ovaries of a woman, it will be genetically altered straight away. And that means if that woman was to carry a womb and produce a child, that child will have a very serious medical disorder, which includes what you call cognitive or mental problems. Some children have severely genetically damaged that they cannot support themselves. So they have to be supported either by the mother 24 hours a day. Even eating sometimes is difficult. So with that, Allah has laid down a very holy, divine prescriptions of His holy divine laws by saying, human beings, do not consume alcohol. Do not put alcohol in your bodies, because when we created human beings, the human body does not have any mechanisms or does not have any know-how to remove or to process alcohol, toxic gunk from a human body. So that way, every unit of alcohol that you consume, whether you are a man or a woman, goes straight into the what you call muscle tissues, and it circulates in every muscle tissue. The first thing that alcohol, once it circulates in the muscle tissue, it blocks off any regeneration of every muscle tissue. So it is stuck, and it is stuck in the human body. With that, it causes so many deadly complications, including the process in which a human can easily become affected by or contract cancer of the brain, cancer of the kidney, cancer of the lungs, cancer of anything, bone marrow cancer, you name it. Because when you consume alcohol, what the content in the toxin, toxic gunk, whatever it is in alcohol, is very deadly to the red and white blood cells, because it kills the red and white blood cell electrical spasms, and a red and white blood cell electrospasm is the only way that the human body can be able to kind of do the natural inbuilt normal sequencing rotational cycles of every organ in your body. If those red and white blood cells are not altered or attacked or disabled by alcohol toxin gunk that is found in alcohol. With that, as I said, alcohol is one of the deadliest drug intoxicant that is widely available on every supermarket shelves all over the world, 24 hours a day. But it has the deadliest dangers, we would classify it as a healthy hazard, one of the deadliest hazards that human beings can have access to at any given time. With that, I'll not go very far into this. I just want to advise men and women that you are on this planet, but you're Muslims. Try not to destroy yourselves. If you embark on a campaign, a project to destroy yourselves, Mother Nature knows. In this planet Earth, there is what we call al-mizan, a mizan which says you cannot eat more than 40 kilos of food every single day or at lunchtime. You cannot do that. You cannot eat more than 40 kilograms of food. That's one of the al-mizan which determines what a human being can do and what they cannot do. So when you go out of your head and say, we have our way of life. In the al-mizan of dunya, of Mother Planet Earth, is classified as those are lusts, desires and lusts, which carry a lot of deadly consequences, because to present time, men and women, they have a song, a very, very a song which they sing every day, either in the newspapers or on TV screens or in when they're sleeping. It's called global warming, climate change. Mother language does not speak the same language I speak to you human beings. You should send a shock, either of an earthquake or a wave of a flood, or a heat that human cannot handle. A heat that no body of a human being can handle. So with that, I would advise men to put your houses in order, either when you're in America, or England, or Paris, or Russia, or you name it, whichever part of the world you are in. Put your houses in order. If you don't, Mother Nature speaks a language that is very, very complicated for human beings to understand. But I will remind you before I go that you are all living Muslims on this planet. If you were to enter a masjid or a mosque and open the Quran, try and beg your Creator that, Ya Allah, you created me. What is the true path of me being in a very good health, as well as my family, as well as my society? If you go out of those boundaries of the Holy Quran and you say, you are a Pentecost, you find that in Pentecost, there are things that are classified as, it's okay, you can't do that. Whereas in the Quran it says, haram is prohibited, is forbidden. So with that, anything, if you were to use to get a Quran, and you look in your Bible, your so-called book of the Bible, which we classify as a set, a collection of biographies. Biographies, a life pattern or a life history of a certain group of people, a gang of people, or an individual. If you are to look at in the Bible, there is no anything which Allah accompanies evidence with, except that evidence should be interpreted as death, including the death of Jesus Christ as the main whatever of the Bible. Whereas in the Holy Quran, Allah says, life is a religion, and that most holy, beautiful religion, my words are interpreted, are displayed on the horizons, east to west, north to south, and they come down as drops and as rain that men and women, either if you've been standing stuck in a heat, that rain will kind of make your body feel comfortable, and you will quench your thirst too. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Happy New Year. Try whichever way you can to plant trees, 10 trees Every month, every member of your family, tell them, do get to help Mother Nature. Maybe to look after you in a way that she's supposed to. If you force Mother Nature to ask you questions, you find that the heat is very constrictive. It squeezes whatever out of you human beings. Even the food that were given to you as whatever you sustenance. Mother Nature says, if you go out of your heads and become arrogant, treacherous, and stupid, I'll even take that food away from you, you living human beings, and you become worthless, 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 whereby you find that every part of indignity and whatever is an entertainment to you as living human beings. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.